The origin of French toast is not well understood. However, it was invented by European cooks who wanted to make the most of their bread by soaking it in egg and frying it. The night before, I put a stick of butter in a medium saucepan and added a cup of cinnamon sugar. Then I poured in 2 tablespoons of honey and mixed it all together on medium heat. Once it was well mixed, I poured the sauce into a glass pan and set it aside. After that, I cut the crust off of 4 slices of bread and then divided it into 1-inch squares. After that was done, I smashed the pieces a bit and threw them into a pan. I had to repeat the process a few times to get good coverage. Anyway, in a separate bowl, I mixed in 4 eggs with a cup of half and half and then poured it over the bread. The raspberries are optional. I then took the pan and let it soak overnight. The next morning, I put it into a 350-degree oven for 35 minutes and then served it to my family. What do you think? Quiche Lorraine first originated in Lorraine, France around the mid-1500s. Unlike many dishes, it can be served as a breakfast, a lunch, or even an evening snack. For the quiche Lorraine, I was missing a few ingredients, so I went to the market and picked up some stuff. When I got home, I preheated the oven to 375 degrees and cooked some bacon. Then I unrolled a pie crust and put it in a cake tin because we didn't have any pie tins. After that, I shredded about a cup of Gruyere cheese. Although I don't have footage of it, I mixed about 4 eggs and some half and half together. Finally, I layered the bacon, eggs, and cheese and put it in the oven for 45 minutes at 375 degrees. Once it was done, I cut it and served it to my adoring fans. So Garrett, how does it taste? Garbage? Thanks. Tuna niçoise originated from the town of Nice. While its ingredients are frequently debated, it usually consists of vegetables topped with tuna. The salad was made famous in the United States when it appeared in the film The French Chef, Julia Child. Today, I will be making a semi-traditional version of the dish. The first thing I did was hard-boil some eggs. While that was cooking, I added 2 small red potatoes and 5 ounces of green beans to a separate pot of boiling water. After 4 minutes, I took out the beans and left the potatoes for another 6. Once everything was cooled down, I quartered the potatoes and sliced the eggs and tomato. Finally, I assembled the salad with 4 leaves of lettuce, some green beans, the potatoes, the tomatoes, the eggs, and finally the canned tuna. So Garrett, how is it?
Delicious.
Chocolate truffles were invented in Chambéry, France around 1895. There are now 3 main types of truffles, American, European, and Swiss, even though the recipe is originally French. The variety being made today is Swiss. Since I was making a double batch, I added a cup and a third of heavy cream to a saucepan. The recipe calls for 24 ounces of finely chopped chocolate, so I put a few chocolate chips in a blender. Don't do it, it's bad. Anyway, once the cream was boiling, I removed the heat and added the semi-chopped chocolate chunks to the mix. Then came the arduous process of blending everything together until it was smooth and creamy. I then transferred it into a clean bowl and then put it into a fridge to chill for a while. Once it was done, I scooped about a tablespoon of the chilled ganache onto a plate of sifted cocoa and rolled it around. Finally, I put it on a cookie sheet to chill for a second time and served it to